Welcome back to tutorials for Reaper.com. What I'm going to do in this tutorial is show you how to import media, organize folders, and we're going to color our tracks into a brand new session of Reaper. Let's go to the options menu to make sure that we can color our tracks properly. Go to preferences, and what we're going to do is go to appearance, and what we're going to do on this menu here is we're going to check off tint track panel backgrounds. So what that'll do is it'll make these things the color of which we want our track to look, so they all line up and match together. So click on that. Then we're going to go to media, and we're going to click on tint media items. You got to check off all these things here, which will cause it to color our item the way that we want it to. As you can see, I'm using the Apollo theme here that I showed you guys in the other video. If you don't currently have that theme, I would recommend trying it out, or even the white tie blender. This is the one that works best for me, but or all options are in the same exact area. They just look a little bit different, a little more pleasing to the eye, or whatever your preference might be. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Insert, and then Media Files. We're going to insert a media file. Now, it's going to bring up the Explorer, and we're going to look for what we want to import. I'm going to import End Pattern. It's a band that I'm mixing. They're out of LA, I think. And this new song they just sent me, the Spray. And we have a whole bunch of files here. AIF mode. He must have recorded this on a Mac. I'm going to select all by just clicking on one of them, holding the control key, and then pressing the A button. Just select all of them at the same time. And then I click on Open. Import files in separate tracks, yes or no. So if we click no, it's going to have them continuously on one track, and we definitely don't want that, for this purpose at least. So we're going to click on yes. We want them all on separate tracks. And as you see, when it pulls them all in, it's really awesome. Oh, he has a MIDI file in here too, which just holds his tempos. If you happen to have that, just press OK. It'll actually do tempo changes for editing purposes and everything at a later date. So you have 43 tracks is pulling in here right now. By the way, this is all done on a cheapo $600 laptop that I got for a deal for $150. So you definitely don't need a completely diesel machine to run Reaper and get things done. The same band's previous song I did was done on the same exact laptop. So, but your studio monitors are very important. I have some of those linked on the website that I recommend. The Yamaha HS80s, and I'm currently using some Behringers, which, as you can see, there's insane amount of things. Looks like he has some drum triggers in here, as well as a bunch of others. So I'm going to minimize these to the smallest they can be, just so I can try to organize them the way I want. So to move tracks around, you click on them, and then we can drag where we want. So first of all, I'm going to put all the drums near the top. So we've got hi-hats, hold control, hi-hat left and right, kick left and right. We got overhead left and right. And let's see what else we got here. Got snare drum, bottom left and right, top left and right, tambourine, I guess I can put that in there. And then we got toms left and right. So that looks like I might have missed something. We'll see what happens though. Well, that looks like everything. So after we select it all, we're going to click and hold down the left mouse button on one of these tracks that we've selected, and we're going to click on it. We're going to drag all the way to the top. So we're at the top. And you see this blue bar here. See how it moves in when I'm kind of on top of this track, and then it moves to full when I'm not on that track? That's trying to make a folder. I'll go through that in a minute. I'll definitely section these out. So bring these up to the top and let go. Boom, they're all there. So now let's do, where's the bass guitar? I don't put a bass in a folder or anything. I just leave it where it is. That's my preference. You might have a different preference. So got some vocals for the chorus. Where are the rest of the guitars in this thing? Looks like we have a rhythm guitar here. We got Marshall rhythm. We got lead GTR, lead guitar. Ampeg. And second guitar. Okay, so now we're going to move these up right next to the second guitar. Probably put rhythm first. Doesn't really matter at this point. And then we have our acoustics. Then ambience. Oh, this is for the drums. We'll bring that up here to the drums. So that's just sectioning out how you would prefer to do it. Right now, to get a little bit more organized, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some folders. So let's make the drums first. We're going to click on the first track, then hold Control and press T. That's going to make us a blank one. And let's name this Drum Mix. And drag this to the top. There are ways to do this on the mixer, but I prefer to do it this particular way. Find it easier for myself. So we're going to click on the first one of the drums, and we're going to click on the last one, which is ambient. Hold Shift, click on that one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click and drag it again, but we're going to wait until we see this little notch here where that blue bar gets a little bit shorter. That indicates we're going to be putting these into the drum mix folder. So let's release the click right now. Boom. See how they notched over a little bit? That's because they're in a folder. So if I mute this drum mix, see how all these gray out? They're going to be muted as well. So you can still mute them individually, but if you mute this, it acts as a whole entire bus. So if you pull this mixer down, you say, I like my drum mix, but the whole thing's a little too loud. You can just pull this down here rather than trying to go down and remix them basically by pulling them down a little bit here and there. So that's for the drums. And then let's do one for the acoustics. Control T. Acoustics. Mix. This client happens to use a Neumann 103 and a Audix i5, which definitely would recommend the Audix i5. It's only $100, and the Neumann's $1,000. I did not link that on my site, but the Audix is definitely linked on my recommended product section because it sounds amazing. So let's color code these so that we can know what's different, so they're not all the same exact color. I click on drum mix, hold shift, click on the tambourine, and then I'm going to right click on one of them. And this is my customized menu that I showed you guys in the menu video. But if you're looking at the default menu, it's going to look like this. We're going to do select track color to one random color so that all of them are the same color of each other. So it'll all be blue or all be red or whatever. If you did this one up here, it would make them all different colors, which is defeating the purpose. So now they're all like tan or something, greenish. Now you can do custom colors too by going to set track color to custom color, and you can, I can make the drums specifically red. So boom, red. Depending on your theme, it might alter your color that you select a little bit. All right, so now you can see that they're all color coded to be like each other. And of course, when you go to your mixer view, it will be color coded as well. So we have them all colored. As you can see, I've got some tans, purple, blue, red, green. Looks really nice and colorful. Makes you a little bit happier when you go ahead and start mixing. So anyway, that's it for now. It's tutorials for Reaper.com. Thanks for watching, and I'm Johnny from Red Sneaker Records.